Have you ever asked God, why am I losing? Why did I lose that job, that relationship, that opportunity? You prayed, you believed, and still things fell apart. But what if I told you, your loss was the beginning of something greater? Sometimes God lets us lose, not because He's punishing us, but because He's positioning us. You see, we often think success is proof of God's favor. But in the Bible, some of God's greatest victories came after major losses. Take Joseph, for example. He lost his freedom. He lost his family. He even lost years of his life in prison. But those losses were really divine redirections. God was preparing him to save a nation. Joseph went from prisoner to prime minister, but not without pain. So here's the truth. Sometimes God lets you lose what you want, so you don't miss what you need. Maybe you lost a friendship you thought would last forever. Or you didn't get the promotion you prayed so hard for. Maybe you feel like you're doing everything right, but still ending up last. But what if the thing you lost was actually blocking your growth? What if that relationship was draining your peace? What if that dream job would have distracted you from your calling? Loss hurts, but sometimes it's necessary. God isn't just the God of blessings, He's also the God of breakings. Because breaking leads to becoming. 2 Corinthians 12:9 says, "My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness." Paul had a thorn in the flesh. He begged God to take it away. But God didn't remove the pain. He revealed His power through the pain. That's how God works. He doesn't always take the storm away. Sometimes He shows you how to walk on the water. So if you're feeling like you're losing right now, if doors are closing and people are walking away, take heart. You're not being buried, you're being planted. And when God plants you, He always grows something greater. Look at Jesus. On Friday, the disciples saw Him lose everything. By Sunday, He had conquered death itself. What looked like the biggest loss in history became the greatest victory of all time. So maybe this loss you're facing isn't the end. Maybe it's the setup. Maybe God's not removing things to hurt you. He's removing them to heal you, to grow you, to strengthen you. You're not falling apart. You're falling into place. You're not being punished. You're being prepared. And I promise you this, God wastes nothing. Not your tears, not your disappointments, not even your deepest losses. So today, hold on. Don't give up just because you feel like you're losing. God might be doing His greatest work behind the scenes. If this message spoke to your heart, type Amen in the comments. Let God know you're still trusting Him, even when it hurts. And remember, sometimes the loss is the lesson that leads to the blessing. You're not alone. God is still writing your story. And it's not over yet.